All right, welcome to today's lesson. What's going to happen is you're going to go to Google Classroom. You're going to see something like this. And the first thing is to watch the video I'm making now that's going to explain what you're going to be doing. The first piece is going to be to work with the density simulation. So I'll click to that. When you get to this page, you'll open it and you'll notice that we have a number of things you can do here. You can do the intro section, you can do a comparison, or you can do the mystery. And there's different parts of the lab. The cool thing about this is when you open it, you can actually create these blocks and drag them around. And there'll at some point be a little scale over here you can weigh them on. The only thing tricky about this is when you want to find the volume of something that's floating, you have to pull it all the way into the water to get volume displacement. The other little tricky piece is they're using kilograms per liters, but don't let that mess you up. It's the same essentially as grams per cubic centimeter. And what you're going to do with that is you're going to complete a lab that's on paper that the sub will give you. And there's a number of things here, but you'll notice there's some sort of fixes are in if you're paying attention, because they ask you to set certain things to be the same volume, same density, or same mass, same volume, same density. In one of the little controller pieces here, so you can scroll down to the bottom here and you'll notice you get some controls down here. And so they're talking about this for each of those, and you can toggle between those and you'll get different sort of parameters for your blocks. So you'll complete this document as much as you can. You can spend the whole period on this really if you like, depending on how long it takes you. But I have a feeling it won't take you the whole time. So there's another option. And if the math is driving you crazy, you can switch from this for a little bit and try something a little different for some of the other pieces. The sub has a document that looks like this. This is density in nature. And really the main idea here is you're going to look at a video that talks about plastic, and the idea that plastic is a problem, as you might know, and it sort of describes that problem. And the idea is you're going to try to find some scenarios where things are floating and sinking and that are relevant to the movie. It's really just a way to look for things that are floating and sinking in this concept of density in this movie, and just sketch a little picture of 4 things. Maybe describe them with some words, or just describe them with words, and then find something you learned. Now the documentary is 50 minutes long, so you won't finish the whole thing, but you'll be able to get a little bit into it, I think. And you're certainly welcome to finish it. It's very good. The place that this woman, the first person interview there, I went to that school. It was very, remind me to talk to you about it. Sort of an alternate, if you don't want to learn about ocean plastic, there's going to be 4 Edpuzzles floating around. One is about really interesting density materials. So one is a thing called a neutron star. The other is this stuff called sulfur hexafluoride. And this is a thing about mercury. And I think you'll like each of these. There's one more here about floating things in the Dead Sea. So you'll notice there's 4 of these. So the idea here is, instead of doing the ocean plastic, if you weren't interested in that, you could fill up these boxes with some drawings from the videos instead. So it's just a sort of a way to give you a little choice about what you are looking at today. All these things are cool and relate to density in some way. So the goal is to get something done here. You could spend all your time on this, or you can, after a little bit of time, you could switch. Say after about 20 or 25 minutes, you could switch to a little bit of something different, start to work on this. Either watch something about ocean plastics if you're interested in the environment and density related things to plastic. Or you can sort of look at these demonstration videos of some cool things about density. Hopefully that's clear. Have some fun with it, behave for the sub, and I'll see you next time we're together.